How would you like to grow your career coaching business? Well, today we're going to look at how you can actually grow your career coaching business. And I say whether you're an experienced career coach or just getting started, you will find the following very helpful. So please keep watching. My name's Martin Gibbons. I'm the co-founder of People Maps. And for the first 10 years of People Maps, we specialised in career development. We practically pioneered a whole new industry in specialising in personality profiling for career development applications. And we literally helped hundreds of thousands of people with their careers. And in this short video, I want to show you what we did and give you some simple ideas that you can implement immediately to grow your business. Now, of course, the first thing with any career coaching business is really about getting clients. And it's tricky, right? Attracting clients, therefore, has to be the top of your list of things to actually do. And the chances are you probably find it quite tough and could do with more clients. Who doesn't need more clients? Well, it's difficult to get people to take that first step. They don't know you, and it's a significant commitment to a career coaching program. Besides, how are you different from all the other people that are also offering career advice? And it's quite a diverse market, not just other coaches like you, but there's even free services and other things out there. So it can be a little bit muddy and a bit messy. Well, back between the years 2000, way back in the millennial days, and about 2010, as you see, People Maps generated thousands and thousands of leads, and we helped thousands and thousands of people with their careers. It really was quite a big business for us at the time. Now, one of the reasons that we attracted so many people was simply because we offered personality reports. You see, people are generally fascinated by self, especially people who are thinking about their career. It puts them into a certain type of mindset that is very, very intrigued and open to personality reports. The other thing to bear in mind here is that the personality reports themselves are also very tangible. So, coaching advice, anything like that, of course, is intangible, but something solid, something that can be printed off and held in your hand, like a personality report, well, it's tangible, so they can see it and hold it, and they can keep it for later. And that was a big part of the overall appeal of things. And here is the career suite that we developed, and it has evolved into what we see here now. I said we have went through many iterations of this. We developed dozens and dozens of variations of products, including standalone products and entire coaching programs that were supported, and there's all sorts of variations, and we still have many other, but this is what we're talking about here today, which is what we call the career suite. So we designed these specifically to help people with their careers. And this is one of the major differences. You see, there are certainly other personality reports. Chances are you've used some of those other personality reports, but they're generally quite broad and quite general. This entire suite is dedicated to one thing, which is helping people understand themselves and therefore the right type of career that they should be aiming for and working towards. So this is divided into sort of 5 volumes plus the one on the end, which is the personality which career for school leavers. Now, this is a standalone report that can work on its own. It was specifically developed because many parents, many teachers even, are looking to help those kids that are about to leave school and really no idea what direction to go, whether that's in terms of what courses to do at university or what else they should do. And of course, fundamentally, they really should have the bigger picture, which is understanding the ultimate objective. There's a course is one thing, but you're only going to be at university for 2, 3, 4 years maybe. It's what happens after that. And if you pick the wrong course at university, you could set off on a trajectory that you may never recover from, as is what happened to me. And it took me another 20 years to undo the mistakes that I had made, and I ended up right down the wrong career path. One of the reasons I felt so passionate about this whole area and worked in it solidly for a good 10 years. So the other reports, if you look at the very beginning, volume 1 here, we look here at work environment. And this is so critical. It's something that's completely misunderstood in the world. But your personality type has a preference for certain types of work environment. And it doesn't matter what else is going on and how many boxes you tick, how good the pay is, or any other condition. You can tick every box. However, if the work environment is incompatible with the individual's personality type, it's never going to work out in the long run. They're always going to be dissatisfied, unhappy, and looking for something else. And they may not understand that that's the problem, and therefore they look in all sorts of different areas. They see the problem in all sorts of different areas, when actually this report would reveal exactly what the issue is. So again, you and your clients, if you're working with people in career change particularly, understanding work environment they really need will really help them make some big decisions and help them get some clarity. We also touched on areas about your boss and communication. Those are big areas. The company itself, should it be a big company, a small company, formal, informal? There's so many permutations there, and certain types of company would never suit your client, purely based on their personality. So it's almost no point them even trying, because you're just going to ask for trouble. We'll look at the types of things that are likely to be stress, and also what motivates your client as well. And again, that's really important to understand, because are they going to put themselves into a stressful situation, or is there a way that they can use this information, this understanding about themselves, to avoid those stressful situations and instead put themselves in a rich and nourishing type of environment? These are all choices that we make. We do choose where we work, and we might not have infinite amount of choice, but there's always at least take it or leave it. There's usually, well, I could do this or I could do that. So there's always a degree of choice in that, even if it's not a carte blanche choice. We also look at the individuals, those people who are probably either in or looking to move into management positions, and what that means to them, and what type of management position would work for them, and what should they avoid. So these are all the key areas. Now, what you should notice here is these reports are not covering the other bedrock pillars of career development. We don't look at CVs, we don't look at interview technique here. That's really all your gig. We have other entire programs that would cover more of that, but for the career suite, you do your business, and pretty much as you've always done, and you add this to what you already do to give it more depth, more dynamic, another element to feed into things and talk about. And that's really, really key. And I think your clients will absolutely love all of these reports. Now, you're not obliged to use all of them with each client. You might decide just to use one or two or whatever, but you tend to find that once you give one to a client and they know that you have more, then they'll want more. So it's a great way of getting people to expand and take on more of your services and your time. Now, I say, if you really want to connect with people, then these personality reports will put you both on a fast track. They raise issues that would normally never come up, and that's so important when you're in a coaching scenario. And they often explain why someone has been unhappy in their work, and they never realise that was why there was a problem. They often see it as something else. As I say, they help you as a coach, because of course you will look at the report and you have access to that information, so you can ask the right questions and explore what kind of work situation will delight your client. Now, rarely is problem a skills issue, right? That's rarely the issue when you're looking at careers. It's usually much deeper, and it's usually related to the person's personality type. And regardless of what personality type your client has, there will be certain situations of work that are absolutely perfect for them, where most other situations of work will not ever quite fit. Now, there are several reports in the series, as I said, so there's always more to talk about and explore, which is essential if you really want to increase your average client value. If you want clients coming back to spend more time and ultimately more money with you, increase your overall average customer value, then these reports will help you do that in a significant way. And of course, give your client something very tangible that they can take away and keep and look at in weeks and months and even years to come. Now, each report also contains several pairs of personality gauges. Here's an example here. The People Maps personality gauges, I say these are a major breakthrough in personality profiling. They're really easy to understand and require no specialist training to interpret, so your clients can actually read them and use them right away. An important conversation is not, oh, what does that mean, because you're talking some jargon. We feel the most important conversation is, I can see these two scores. Let's talk about what that means to me, the client. What does this mean to my career? What decisions do I therefore need to make? So if you look at this simple example here, this is clearly someone who naturally likes to plan ahead as opposed to being very spontaneous, and therefore they should be in a work situation that does allow them to plan ahead, that doesn't upset their plans at short notice, because they would be unhappy with that. It would be very disruptive for them. It would knock them off their way of going. This gauge can help you. You can use these scores to explore that concept, talk about their previous work, and was this what they had, or was it the other way around? And okay, what kind of jobs should you be looking at that will allow you to plan and not have to react spontaneously to a situation thrust upon you. Okay, so each report uses a different set of gauges. So every there's 5, 6 different report designs, and they all are slightly different. They all have different gauges, and I say each gauge is a talking point in itself, and your clients will want to talk about them and what they mean, and that's the key to this. So getting clients to actually open up and talk, well, that's one of your biggest challenges as a coach. It's probably also one of your major jobs. And the report, and in particular the gauges, will get a lot of conversations started that would simply never have taken place. Now, as a career coach, I do expect that you may have tried a variety of personality reports. The problem with most of them, however, is that they are general reports. They're not specifically designed for career coaching. So you kind of have to try and make them fit and read into them and extrapolate from them. They also tend to be written in jargon, which makes them difficult to read for your clients, and your clients can find that a little bit frustrating. So, the People Maps reports, you can hand them to your clients. They can read them right away and they know exactly what they're saying. So here's exactly how the Career Suite helps you as a coach. The first thing is, by offering a career personality report, you stand out from other coaches that do not. Offering a personality report as part of your initial offering is a great way to stand out. Now, unlike coaching, as I say, reports are tangible. They get to keep them, hold on to them. So your client places a value on it and will keep it long after the coaching session is done. So here's one of the things I do recommend, and I'll just throw it in here, is what I would call baby steps. And you're trying to move someone from a very, a cold prospect to becoming, spending a lot of time and money with you as an ongoing coaching client for your career coaching. It's quite a big leap. So it's better to go in baby steps. And the way I suggest you do this is, I say, from that initial phone call, rather than just leap into, well, we've had a quick chat, why don't you just buy my whole coaching program? What I would suggest you do instead is offer a taster session that includes their personality report. So you say, look, book your your taster session with me. I will include this personality report, which you get to keep, and during our session we can even talk about what the report says. And it's a fantastic way to get things going. It's much, much easier to sell because you're offering a huge amount of value, and therefore it's a much smaller ask with very little risk for your prospect. And so the tangible report that they get to keep is enticing. It gives you leverage. So you're saying something like, book a short taster session with me for, say, £50, and I will include a detailed personality report, a detailed career personality report that you can keep. That's a very enticing first step. And it's getting people to take that first step is the hardest part in the process. And as a coach, you probably don't really like selling. You don't like being salesy. Well, this kind of gets you past that and allows you simply to be coaching. And it's a simple thing to ask. Now, the thing is, people are busy, so you really need to have something significant to kind of stop them in their tracks, get their attention in the first place. And I say again, offering a personality report as part of your taster session is a great way to start building your relationship and getting them more comfortable with the idea of you coaching them. You see, the more time that they give you, the more chance you have of booking them as a client. And the personality report in that taster session will give you an audience and buy you time. So don't simply, and I strongly recommend this, and I know you might be thinking it, I do not try and just sell the reports on their own. That's not the way to do this. The way to do this is use the reports as leverage to sell your primary purpose, which is coaching services, career coaching. That's what you provide. Never lose sight of that. That's what you offer. But use the personality reports to encourage people to buy your main offer. Now, if you do this, I do believe this one simple approach that we've just touched on here would probably more than double your conversion rates. So you'll be getting more orders for the same amount of time and effort that you've been putting in already. Now, another big issue that you may have as a coach is, of course, branding. And it's another really important way of differentiating from other coaches, getting noticed, standing out, getting attention. Branding matters. Now, the chances are, you've invested probably quite a bit of time and effort establishing your name and your brand. So you'd be delighted to know that you can actually white label the career suite and simply have no mention of people maps in it at all, if that's what you prefer to do. If you want to keep it all about you and nothing about people maps, totally fine, you can do that. Here's an example here, because one of the other things you can do, of course, then, is embed the personality questionnaire, the entire experience, in your own website and make it look like your own too. So here's just a example that you can see here. Very, very powerful. Now, I say your logo on the report itself, so if you download the report as a PDF, which is probably certainly one way of sharing, we provide the report as PDFs and also as encrypted URLs, so they can just give them a link and they can access the report that way. That's the other option. But you should be aware that on either case, whether it's the URL or the PDF version, it's your logo that sits right at the front and dominates the report. I say it has your branding, your contact details, and I say you keep all that in front of them all the time. Now, I say as a bonus, and this is something that you maybe not have considered, what we've noticed over the many years we've been doing this is that people, once they get their own report, they do two things. The first thing is they want to share it and show it to somebody else, usually partners, friends, colleagues. It's fascinating to them and they like to share it. The second thing they want to do is read what somebody else's, their colleague, friend, partner report says too. So it can be very viral and it can do a lot of work in terms of helping you get more customers without you having to do a thing. The report itself will encourage people to contact you and say, hey, my brother, my sister, my auntie is also thinking about their career. She loved my report. She's really curious to see hers. Can she book a taster session with you too and get a copy of the report? That's very likely to happen. So again, very, very powerful on the branding side of things. And it's probably one of the unique features of People Maps where you can white label this as your own. Okay, here's how it works very quickly. I'll just wrap up now. You simply get your client to buy your initial offer. I say this taster offer is an ideal way. It's not the only way, it's just an idea, but I do recommend that. The report will then appear. They do the questionnaire, then the report then appears in your control room, right? So they don't get anything. You're always in complete control over who gets what and when. You then download the report, probably as a PDF, or you can send them it as a URL link, and you send it to your client when you get on the call, right? I recommend, if you're doing the taster session thing, just wait until they're actually on the call with you, and you have your conversation, you start your taster session, and then you say, I'm just going to email this to you right now, and they get it. So that way you're guaranteed your audience, because remember, what you're after here is time. And the more time, every minute you get to spend with that prospect, because at this stage, although they've bought your taster session, they're probably still in the prospect zone. They haven't become a full-fledged client yet. But if they spend some money and if they spend more time, then they are moving themselves along your sales funnel effortlessly without you having to be salesy. All you're having to do is coach and do what you do naturally and do what you do well, and allow them to experience a little piece of that so that they want more. Okay, let's talk about the pricing and the money. Now, you already know that if you've used any other profiling before, that a product this good, and I say this is at the high end of the product range, right? In terms of the quality of what is in here, this is not a toy. It's a system that is used by thousands of organizations. 1.5 million people have been through this questionnaire, and it's really high-end stuff. But it has a friendly face, and we try and keep it friendly. But do not mistake that friendliness for the sheer huge power that sits underneath and the algorithms that are running this. Okay. Now, although these other systems will cost you, say, 30 quid, 300 quid in some ridiculous cases, they won't include things like white labeling as an option, and I say they're usually written in some sort of jargon. You probably have to go on a pretty extensive and expensive course, and also your clients find them a bit frustrating to read because they don't understand the jargon. And therefore, as I say, I haven't said all that, you're probably expecting the career suite to cost quite a bit of money, but you'll be wrong, and I can pleasantly tell you that you can enjoy these reports for as little as £10 each as a PeopleMap certified coach for the career suite. So, and to get them that cheap, you don't even need to place a minimum order to get this level of wholesale discount. You'll simply buy the report credits that you actually need when you need them. So don't tie up thousands in stock that you're not sure when you'll use. Keep a hold of your money and just buy the credits that you need when you need them. Now, there are different packages available. There's different levels depending on whether you're a part-time coach using reports occasionally, or right through to the other end of the spectrum where you're a full-time coach with lots of clients using a lot of reports on a sort of daily, weekly basis. Whatever your situation is, there is a package that is right for you, and I will happily show you exactly how all that works and what one would be the best choice for you. So to do that, we really need to just have a quick chat so I can understand your business a little bit more, and then I can give you details. Now, if you give me a call, click the button below, let's book a call, then I can show you one of your reports and we can take a quick look at how it actually works, take you into your control room, show you a report. We'll discuss your business, I'll understand it, and I'll be able to recommend and discuss actual pricing very specifically and show you exactly how it works. I'll even be able to show you how you brand it as your own and all that sort of stuff. So we can cover as much, answer all your questions and deal with all that in a pretty short phone call. We won't spend too long on things. Now, online video training is included, which covers the psychology that underpins all this, the technology, the control room itself, and how, and also, we will talk about how you can actually grow your coaching business. You see, our take on this is that we have a lot of experience in this arena, and our take is quite simple. If we can help you grow your business, then you'll buy and use more reports, and so we get to grow our business. It's a virtuous circle, if you like. So this is one of the reasons I say we don't ask for a huge chunk of money up front to give you a lot of reports and discount. We really want you to hold onto your cash and allow us to help you grow your business. And by doing so, I said we all win. Now, as I say, we don't just let anyone use the Career Suite. We need to have confidence that you know what you're doing. So we include online video training as part of becoming a PeopleMap certified coach to use the Career Suite of reports. Now, it's all delivered online. It doesn't take very long. It's not very onerous. And I think you will find it absolutely fascinating and incredibly useful when it comes to developing and growing your business. So if you're looking for an incredibly accurate and detailed suite of personality reports designed specifically for career coaching, then as I click the button below, let's get a quick chat and let's sort out the details and get you started. You'll get access, as I say, to the full suite of reports within the Career Suite, and I say it's up to you whether you use one design or all the designs with your clients. On our call, I say I'll show you how to brand the reports and the questionnaire as your own and embed the personality questionnaire in your own website. You'll be amazed at just how easy that is. Okay, that's it really. If you haven't registered for the demo, then you'll see a button below for doing just that. So if you've already filled in that and completed the questionnaire, then you just need to book a call and we'll get a chat and I will take you through your account and show you your own report. I say it will only take a few minutes, so book that call today and I will look forward to speaking with you shortly.